Ever wondered how the world became the rich tapestry of cultures we see today? Our story begins on a fateful day in 1492. A man named Christopher Columbus set sail from Spain, his sights set on a new route to Asia. But instead of jewels and spices of the East, he stumbled upon a whole new world, a landmass unknown to the Europeans, teeming with unique flora, fauna, and cultures. This unexpected discovery set the stage for what we now call the Columbian Exchange, a vast, complex interchange of not just goods, but ideas, technology, and even diseases between the old world and the new. This profound interaction would forever alter the course of human history, changing our diets, our societies, and our very understanding of the world itself. Little did Columbus know that this voyage would spark a global phenomenon that would shape our world forever. The Columbian Exchange was a complex biological and cultural interchange between the Old World and the New World. In this grand exchange, the world as we know it was reshaped and remolded with the introduction of new crops, animals, and other biological resources. Picture, if you will, the bustling docks of a European port. Ships laden with wheat, barley, rye, and oats, along with livestock such as horses, cattle, and pigs, set sail for the New World. These old-world crops and animals would soon transform the landscapes and dietary habits of the indigenous peoples of the Americas. At the same time, imagine the awe of European explorers as they first laid eyes on the unfamiliar flora and fauna of the New World. They discovered plants like maize, potatoes, and tomatoes, as well as unfamiliar animals like the turkey and the llama. These New World contributions would go on to revolutionize European cuisine and agriculture. The potato, a humble tuber native to the Andes, became a staple food for the poor in Europe, providing much-needed sustenance during harsh winters. Maize, or corn as we know it today, was cultivated by the indigenous peoples of Central America and became a critical crop for European farmers. Tomatoes, once feared as poisonous in Europe, eventually found their way into Italian cuisine and became synonymous with the country's culinary identity. But it wasn't just about the food. The exchange of animals also had a profound impact. The introduction of horses to the New World, for instance, transformed the lives of many indigenous communities, enabling them to travel vast distances and hunt more efficiently. This grand exchange of flora, fauna, and food between the Old World and the New World was a significant chapter in human history. It was a time of discovery and adaptation, a time when our ancestors learned to navigate the complexities of a newly interconnected world. The New World introduced potatoes, maize, and tomatoes, revolutionizing European cuisine. But it wasn't just about food. The exchange of people, ideas, and technologies had a profound impact on both sides of the Atlantic. As the Old and New Worlds began to intertwine, a remarkable exchange of knowledge and technology ensued. This was not merely a one-sided affair. The two worlds, each brimming with their own unique wisdom and advancements, had much to offer one another. The Europeans brought with them the wheel, advanced shipbuilding techniques, and the art of metalworking. These technologies, previously unknown to the indigenous peoples of the New World, transformed their societies. The wheel made transportation more efficient. Metalworking led to the development of more durable tools and weapons, and advanced shipbuilding techniques opened up new avenues for exploration and trade. But the Europeans did not just take, they also learned. From the indigenous peoples, they gained knowledge of advanced agricultural techniques, including the cultivation of corn, potatoes, and tomatoes. These crops not only revolutionized European cuisine, but also provided a solution to the frequent famines that plagued the continent. The indigenous peoples also shared their vast knowledge of local medicinal plants, many of which are still used in modern medicine today. They taught the Europeans about the healing properties of the cinchona tree, which was used to treat malaria, and the tobacco plant, which was believed to have medicinal qualities. However, it wasn't just tangible knowledge and technology that were exchanged. There was also a profound exchange of ideas. The Europeans brought with them their languages, religions, and social structures, which greatly influenced the cultures of the New World. The indigenous peoples, on the other hand, shared their deep spiritual connection with nature and their belief in communal living, ideas that still resonate with many today. This exchange of technology and ideas was not without its challenges and conflicts. But it was this very exchange that sparked an era of rapid development and progress, forever changing the course of human history. Europeans brought their knowledge of shipbuilding, weaponry, and the written word, while the indigenous peoples shared their wisdom in agriculture, medicine, and spirituality. However, the dark side of this exchange cannot be ignored. The Columbian Exchange, while responsible for the rich cultural and biological diversity we see today, also carried with it a devastating toll. The arrival of the Europeans in the New World brought with them diseases like smallpox, measles, and influenza. The indigenous populations, having had no prior exposure, had no immunity to these deadly illnesses. Imagine a world so suddenly and drastically changed. Communities that had thrived for centuries were decimated within a few short years. Whole cultures and ways of life disappeared, their knowledge and traditions lost to time. The loss of life was staggering. Some estimates suggest that up to 90% of the native populations perished, but the diseases were not the only harbingers of doom. There was another, equally sinister aspect to this exchange: the transatlantic slave trade. Europeans, driven by their insatiable desire for wealth, began to exploit the resources of the New World. To do this, they needed labor, and they found it in the people of Africa. These Africans were forcibly taken from their homelands, torn from their families, and brought to the New World to work on plantations. They were treated not as people, but as property, their lives reduced to a cycle of endless toil and suffering. The transatlantic slave trade forever reshaped the demographics and social structures of both continents, leaving a legacy of racial inequality and social injustice that is still felt today. So, as we marvel at the incredible biological and cultural diversity that the Columbian Exchange has brought us, let us not forget the dark side of this exchange. Let us remember the countless lives lost, the cultures destroyed, and the injustices perpetrated. The loss of life was staggering, with estimates suggesting that up to 90% of the native populations perished. Today we live in a world shaped by the Columbian Exchange. It's as if our modern societies are the vivid murals, painted with the colors of this grand interchange. From the food we eat to the languages we speak and the traditions we uphold, the ripples of the Columbian Exchange are still evident. Take a moment and think about the food on your table. The humble potato, a staple in many diets, was unknown to the Europeans until the Columbian Exchange. Today, it's hard to imagine a world without French fries or mashed potatoes. Likewise, the spicy kick of chili peppers that we relish in various cuisines was a gift from the New World. And how about the sweet allure of chocolate? A beloved treat worldwide, it was once a bitter drink savored by the ancient Mayans. It was through the Columbian Exchange that chocolate found its way to Europe, where it was sweetened with sugar and transformed into the delightful indulgence we know today. Beyond our plates, the Columbian Exchange has also shaped our linguistic landscape. Words from indigenous languages have entered English, Spanish, and other European languages, enriching our vocabulary. Words like chocolate, tomato, and potato are derived from indigenous languages, serving as a linguistic testament to this historical exchange. Our cultures, too, have been interwoven with threads from both the old and new worlds. Many traditions, beliefs, and practices have been exchanged, merged, and adapted over time, creating the diverse tapestry of cultures we see today. The Columbian Exchange wasn't just a mere exchange of goods and ideas. It was the dawn of a globalized world, setting the stage for the interconnected societies we live in today. So, the next time you enjoy a plate of pasta, slice into a juicy tomato, or admire the strength of steel, take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey these items have made and the stories they hold. The Columbian Exchange, a tale of biological and cultural exchange that forever changed our world. The Columbian Exchange, a tale of biological and cultural exchange that forever changed our world. It's a story that weaves together the threads of history, revealing the intricate tapestry of our interconnected world. From the humble potato to the devastating smallpox, the effects of the Columbian Exchange are still felt today. This monumental exchange wasn't just about crops or diseases, but a profound interchange of ideas, technologies, and cultures. It's a testament to our shared human experience, a reminder of our ability to shape the world, and at times our capacity for destruction. In understanding history, we come to appreciate the complex dynamics that have shaped our past and continue to influence our present. Our food, our cultures, our very lives are a testament to this remarkable period of exploration and exchange. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories.